Hi guys, welcome back to the attic. Kimmie here. Before we start today's video, I just want to give a shout out to my girl Ashley. Now, if you have been watching my channel, you may or may not know that I am very into tarot cards, spiritual advising, all of that stuff. I've always have been. I've always been fascinated by it. In fact, a few years ago, was it a few years ago? It was when I did my 31 Days in the Attic series. I did a whole video about it. So anyway, I wanted to give a shout out to Ashley, Intuitive Tarot Reader. Our paths crossed on Instagram. She ended up giving me a tarot reading and it was amazing. So if you are into that also, I recommend that you head over to her page, check her out, and if you are interested, you can DM her for a private reading. I will link her information down below. I will also put it on my Instagram page. It was awesome. Anyway, guys, today we are decluttering some face palettes. So, before we get that, I have one more thing to say. My eyes. I am using the new Sigma On The Go Electric Pink palette. So if you saw my last video, I did a look with the Beachy. I love Sigma. I love these little On The Go palettes. And when they came out with the new color stories, I did pick up two. I picked up Beachy and I picked up Electric Pink. And I absolutely love this one, guys. It is so beautiful. This shade, New Wave. Oh my God, look at that. It's gorgeous. So yeah, I had so much fun playing with this palette. If you are looking for a pink palette for the summer, or now it's the spring, whatever, and I would highly recommend this one from Sigma. It is cruelty free, beautiful color story, beautiful formula. The only thing I would tell you is if you have new mod, you may not want this because it definitely gives me new mod vibes, but it's kind of nice to have. And if you do have new mod and you know you're gonna be traveling, whatever, and you don't want to take new mod with you, like these little 9 pans, they're so great for travel. I had new mod. I did declutter it only because it set off my nickel allergy, something terrible. But I'm hoping this one doesn't. It might also, because it is Sigma, I'm going to assume it feels very much like the same formula, but you never know. So far so good, but I've only had it on about an hour. I will note tomorrow morning. But yeah, highly recommend. This is such a lovely palette. Love it. All right, guys. So today's video, we are talking face palettes. I have 15 of them, which is actually more than I thought I had because for the most part, I'm not someone who uses face palettes. I usually use like one product or this product or reach for them all individually. I'm not really a face palette person, so I don't know even how I got 15, but I have 15. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter them. The irony here is that I almost just picked up another one, and I still might, I know. I just got done telling you how I rarely use them, and now I'm telling you how I was thinking of picking up the new one by Sydney Grace. Sydney Grace released some face palettes. I think it was last month. It might have been the month before, but pretty recent. And I was thinking of picking one up. I don't know why. I don't know, guys. It was speaking to me. So if you picked up the Sydney Grace face palette, I would really appreciate if you leave it in the comments what you thought of it, or if you would like to see a review on it. Then I might get it. I don't know. I am going to be putting in an order with Sydney Grace probably sometime in the next coming weeks, so I'm going to make a decision. But it is speaking to me a little, but for the most part, I don't use face palettes. So I am decluttering all of my makeup, so I thought I would go ahead and start out small, but it's probably going to be like a 50% declutter, even though I don't have that many. So it should not be too long a video, though, because I only have 15. So some of them are kind of old. Some of them I don't reach for. Also, I'm going cruelty free. I'm in the process of going cruelty free, so I'm probably going to declutter some non-cruelty free brands. I know if you've watched my channel in the past couple of weeks, I may sound like a broken record, but I just feel like it bears repeating, guys. If you are going cruelty free or are thinking of going cruelty free, please don't feel like you have to get rid of all your makeup. Use what you have. You already have it, and then when you purchase new makeup, then you go cruelty free. The reason I am decluttering is because A, I have too much, and B, because I do have this channel and I am only going to feature cruelty free products, I'm just not likely to reach for something that's not cruelty free now anymore. However, I do have one exception in here that I'm keeping and I just won't use on camera, so we'll get to that. The other reason I want to declutter is because I am moving. Now, I've given myself an 11-month time period. If you watched my video last week, guys, that freaking house got sold before the open house. I never even got to make my bid. So that's real estate for you. So no, I obviously didn't get that home, but you know what? It all worked out because I wasn't ready. I would have been jumping in before I'm ready, which is a bad idea. So I'm giving myself 11 months. Don't even ask me how I got to 11 months, me and the signs and everything else, but I'm giving myself 11 months. I'll be in a really good position. So in 11 months, I'm not saying I'll be out of here, but I will be serious. I will not be a looky-loo. I will be a serious woman there, ready to make a bid as soon as I see something that I like. 11 months. So we're doing 11 months more in this attic, which means another summer. And I just purchased an air conditioner. It's one of those stand-up ones. If it works, I will let you guys know. I'm actually thinking of doing a video like attic living. Like, anyway, I'm getting way off topic. But, yeah. So those are the reasons that I am decluttering. You're going to see a lot of declutters on this channel for the next 11 months. Also, anything that is in good shape, I always link on my Mercari. I always post on my Mercari page, which is linked down below. So, and anything that I'm getting rid of, today is Wednesday, should be up on Mercari by Friday if you're interested. I do try to be reasonable on Mercari because it is used makeup. Even if I never used it, it's still depreciated. That's how I look at it. I really do not understand people who post things on Mercari that are still available. First of all, even if it's not still available, come on. But really, people post stuff on Mercari that's still available for the same price and sometimes more. It's depreciated. It's used. Even if you didn't use it, it's used. It's depreciated. So I always try to be fair, and I do accept offers, just so you know. And yeah, it's posted down below. All right, guys. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's declutter. I said this video would not be that long, and I'm already wrong. All right, guys, so that's pretty much what we're dealing with. And I apologize. I feel like in the past, I've had better setups for declutters, but I don't know. It's been trying to fix the light. Okay, I think that's better. It has just been one of those, I would say weeks, but actually it's more like months. So we're just on the floor, and that's what I have. That's what we're talking about. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I just went ahead and grabbed the first pile. So I'm gonna go ahead and start right here. This is the Hourglass palette. Again, I don't know, let me move the light back. Now I feel like there's too much light. There wasn't enough light, and now there's too much light. It could be just the packaging. So here's the Hourglass palette. This is the holiday palette from not last year, but I think the year before. And I have spoken about these guys when I do my holiday makeup. When I did my holiday makeup video this year, I spoke about how I thought these were kind of a good deal if you wanted to try them. They retail for somewhere around $80. Hourglass does this every year, every holiday season, and you can like try. They always have a powder, they have a bronzer. This one had two blushes, a bronzer, a highlighter, a powder. And I think that's pretty normally what they do. They retail for about $80, but like one blush, full-size blush from this brand is like $50. So I think these are kind of nice for the holiday season if you want to try like the brands. You can try a little bit of everything. Here's the thing though, I think they're pretty. I really liked, if I was going to repurchase something like this, I think I might repurchase the blush or the bronzer. I wasn't crazy about the highlighter. Powder is okay, but I'm not someone who wears a lot of powder. These for me were just okay. I am going to actually declutter this. Also, Hourglass is a cruelty-free brand, but they are owned by a non... That's the vicious Maggie May in the background. They are owned by a non-cruelty-free company, so I am actually going to declutter this one. So that's one gone. Alright guys, next up we have the Natasha Denona. This is the Lip Cheek Duo. So anything that's more than one product, I actually consider a palette. I believe this was from 2 Valentine's Days ago. I barely used it, as you can see. And at this point, the blush, the cream blush, has kind of dried out. I did go to try to use it the other day and it did dry out a little bit. I really loved the indentation on this highlighter. I thought the packaging was so lovely on this collection. If my memory serves me right, this was also the year that she released the Love palette, so it was a good Valentine's Day for Natasha Denona fans. I am going to declutter this one as well. Honestly, to be honest with you, I was never in love with the highlighter. I did really like the blush, but as you can see, never reached for it, barely reached for it, and now it's dried out. The highlighter was just so-so, but I always appreciated the packaging on this. The packaging, the front is so cute too. See, it kind of had that like a shook it up. It was like all glittery, really, sorry, I'm like blinding you, but it was really cute. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one. Next up, leave me a comment if you have this one. Probably a lot of you. This is the Too Faced Natural Face Palette. Sorry, my light is like in the way. Too Faced Natural Face Palette. Actually, I really liked this. I didn't get a ton of use out of it, but I did really like this. And if you ask me, this is when Too Faced made the best stuff. You can disagree with me, but I loved this palette. I really loved the natural palette that they came out with, the eyeshadow palette that looks something like this. It was just beautiful. It was just, I don't know. It was really nice. So you had 2 bronzers, you had 2 blushes, you had 2 highlighters. I don't use it. Quite frankly, I don't use it. I'm kind of tempted to keep it, but I haven't used it. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. Declutter. Wow, so far, guys, I've decluttered every single one. Believe it or not, I'm holding on to this. This is the one I was talking about. Oh, yeah, so Too Faced. Natasha Denona is cruelty-free completely. The reason I don't have more Natasha Denona stuff, the formula sets off my nickel allergy, something terrible. Usually, that's what happens. So that's why I don't, in general, have more Natasha Denona stuff. Too Faced is a cruelty-free product, but it is owned by Estee Lauder. So it's another one with the parent company similarly to Hourglass. So this is the Sweet Peach. Sorry, Maggie May started going crazy. So yeah, the Sweet Peach Glow. You can't get this one anymore. I believe you can still get the eyeshadow palette, but you can't get this. This was the face palette. There we go. So you had the blush, the bronzer, and the highlighter. This was so beautiful. I absolutely love this. It looks so good on my skin tone, and I think I'm gonna keep this. It's so old. There is nothing I could do with it. Oh, by the way, the Hourglass and the Too Faced, I'll go ahead and put on Mercari. The Natasha Denona, I'm gonna toss because that blush is just dried up. This I'm gonna keep. It's really old. I've used a lot of it. You can't really tell I've used it, but I have used it. I'm not going to use it on camera. It's not even available anymore. I'm just going to keep it for myself. I love to pull this out during the summer. And yeah, so I have one keep. And 3 declutters. I'm still second guessing that Too Faced face palette. I never use it. Okay, next up we have Dior. This is the Dior face, what is this called? Backstage Glow face palette. Guys, I was so disappointed in this one. So disappointed in this Dior palette because of all the stuff I have heard by so many YouTubers. Absolutely love this brand. For me, Dior is a hit or miss, but because Dior is not cruelty free, I am going to be decluttering all of my Dior stuff. If I was going to keep some stuff from Dior, it would probably be like the lip products. I do like the lip products. I like the eyeshadow palette better than this. I haven't tried that many products from Dior. I did have plans on trying more, and then I went cruelty-free, and they're just not a cruelty-free brand. I'm not sure where they land, if they themselves test on animals, if they paid third parties to do it, but somewhere along the line, I know they're not cruelty-free. So I'm going to declutter this. But even if they were, I just don't like this face palette. I just don't like it. And I waited for it. I think it was out of stock for a long time. I don't know, guys. I don't like it. Goodbye. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. All right, what do we have here, guys? It looks like we have something from Pat McGrath. It's out of focus. There it is. It's upside down. This is the Pat McGrath Divine Blush Glow Cheek Palette, and I still have the box. Let me show you what it looks like. I don't want to rip the box because, guys, I don't know. Is this the part where I'm supposed to say you can't pry this out of my cold, dead hands? Right? How about this is the part where I say I'm decluttering this. I'm decluttering this one. So this is what it looks like inside. Okay, here it is. There's 4 blushes and there's a highlighter, which I did swatch. Other than that, you can even see where I swatched it. I was so excited about this highlighter. I actually got this in Sephora. I was walking around. Let me back up a minute. I have this blush. I think I have this one. So she came out with the blushes first, then she put them in a palette. And I have to tell you, I wasn't crazy about the blushes when they came out. Very, very unpopular opinion, but I don't know. I just wasn't, I didn't think they were as good as everybody was saying. Maybe I had very, very high hopes because of how many people I saw that absolutely love them. But I don't know. I always think Pat McGrath is overrated. If you watch my channel, you know that. And what's funny is that the last time I did a video, I did an eyeshadow declutter. I said I have a very unpopular opinion. I think Pat McGrath is overrated. And a lot of you commented, no, you feel the same way. So maybe it's not as an unpopular opinion as I think. You know, whatever. So yeah, the blushes were okay. Why did I buy this freaking palette? This is another case of me being very easily influenced to purchase things. But the real reason I did was this highlighter. So I got the idea in my head from some influencer. I don't even remember. I went into Sephora to look at the palette. I did think it was pretty, but the highlighters really, really caught me. And in the past, I've tried Pat McGrath's highlighters. I haven't liked them, but I think this is a new formula, so I was really excited about it. It really feels nice. And I probably would keep this, but I just know I'm not going to use it. I think somebody might really want it. Pat McGrath is not cruelty free, so that's another problem I have with Pat McGrath. If you look up there, like if you just go on their website, they do say they are, but when you dig a little deep, they don't have a very clear policy, and their policy falls apart when you ask them about third parties. Not third parties. Hold on a second, guys. Guys, I'm so sorry about that. Maggie, I don't know. She was barking at something. I don't even know what she was barking at, but she's up here now, so she might make an appearance. She's walking around up here. All right. So yeah, so where things fall apart with Pat McGrath is really where you like the raw material like supplier. There she goes. The raw material like suppliers. There's a very unclear policy about that, and so I don't consider Pat McGrath cruelty free. So yeah, I'm going ahead and decluttering that one. So let me go ahead and grab this pile. ColourPop. This is Just a Flush Cheek Palette. I don't even remember when I purchased this. Okay, there it's in focus. This is not old. This is not that great either. I am just going to declutter this one. It's just not good. And the packaging is broken. And I kind of like this I don't mind this packaging. This is what they put in all of their their quads. But for me, I don't know. I just don't care for this I mean, packaging is fine, but it is broken. This one's broken. It doesn't shut. I didn't care for this. Maybe I just don't like face palettes. I don't know. I didn't care for it. So I am going to declutter that one also. Okay, finally, guys, what I'm going to keep here is the Wayne Goss. This is the Veil Blush palette in Sweet Wildflower. So yeah, this is really, really pretty. I believe Wayne Goss is a cruelty-free brand. I know his brushes are, so I'm kind of presuming his makeup is too. I haven't gotten a lot of use out of this, but oh, it's really nice. It's really pretty. That's like a highlight. I think it's like a blush, not like you can mix them and make like a shimmery blush. I don't think it's, or I guess you could use it as a highlighter, whatever. But I do like the formula. I haven't gotten a lot of use out of this, so I'm going to keep that one also. Makeup Revolution soap. You can actually still get this, believe it or not. you can still get this at Ulta, which is where I got it. I believe I paid something like $8 for it, if that. I used to really, really like soap. I just kind of stopped watching her. I didn't have a reason, to be honest with you. I just randomly stopped watching a lot of YouTubers because I was watching a lot of professional YouTubers, and seriously, they upload. Some of them upload like 4 times, 5 times a week. And if you're watching, like, I don't know, if you're following, like, let's see, even 10 of them, it just gets to be overwhelming. So I just randomly stopped watching a few of them. But I used to like Soph's channel. She's, of course, a UK YouTuber. I don't think I have to tell you. She has millions and millions of subscribers. So this would be a conundrum for me a little bit because I believe Makeup Revolution is a cruelty-free brand. Soph, of course, not a cruelty-free influencer. So, if this was the future me would not, I'm not supporting these collaborations. Even though the brand is cruelty-free, the influencer isn't. But I already have it. But I'm still going to declutter it because I don't use it. And it's not that it's not good. It's actually a very good highlighter palette. The colors, like, I don't use all the colors, to be honest with you. The only color I ever reached for was this one. And it is really, really nice. And it works very good with dry skin. And it was very cheap. So there's a lot to like about this palette. But I also know I'm never going to reach for it. So long, Soph. Okay, next up. This is the Danessa Myricks. Do you remember when I got this? If you watch my channel, you might remember when I got this. It is used a little bit. It looks kind of gross. It's all a cream. It's an all cream palette. It's a blush palette. It's really pretty. If I don't use it this summer, like I probably will use it this summer because I'm getting rid of a lot of makeup. But if I don't use it this summer, I'll have to declutter it because it's like all cream products. And how long can you keep them? I was so excited to get this and I think I used it twice, if that. But so, oh, maybe I did. Maybe I used it a little more. It looks like I used it a little bit more than that. It's cute. It's a nice palette. I think I am going to keep it and try to use it this summer. Because to me, it's like a summer thing. So I'm keeping 3 so far. I'm also going to keep this. So this is the Bali from BH Cosmetics. Do you remember when BH Cosmetics used to make these really cute travel palettes? BH Cosmetics has done like nothing since they were sold. This is blushing, highlighter and blush. Blushing in Bali. They don't make this one anymore, so I couldn't use it like on camera or anything, but there's something I always liked about it. I do like the blushes. I do like the highlighters. Packaging is kind of cute. I'm just going to keep it for myself. Why not? Keep. Oh, another keep. The Cords of Rosa. This is from Sigma. I love this palette. So I don't always love Sigma's face products. I usually love their eyeshadows, but I don't always love their face products. But this one, this blush palette is so beautiful. So beautiful. There's like some shimmery blushes. There's matte blushes. It's just gorgeous. And I do want to try to pull this out more. So love this. Definitely keeping that one. Another one I'm keeping. Danessa Myricks. Finally, we have some keeps. This is the Danessa Myricks Light Works. This is a highlighter palette also. So this is what it looks like. It is so stunning. It's so good on dry skin. It is so freaking beautiful. Danessa Myricks cruelty-free brand. I absolutely love this palette. It's really beautiful. I believe you can still get it if you have dry skin and you want like some powder highlighters. I would highly recommend it. Like, yeah, okay? I don't know if you can see, but yeah. So gorgeous. I love this palette. Keep. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have 6 keeps. I might have 7. Nicole Guerrero. Do you know what's funny? I really don't. This is dirty. This is from ABH. ABH is a cruelty-free brand. I don't watch Nicole Guerrero. I never watched her channel. I just really liked this palette. I'm gonna assume. I'm assuming she's not cruelty-free. I think she's a really big YouTuber. This palette is so pretty. Do I ever use it? No, I really don't. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. It's been in my collection a fairly long time, and maybe I'll use it. Maybe I'll use it. I'm gonna keep it. Again, I probably wouldn't buy it now, but I already have it. So last one I own, Sigma Sculpt highlighter and contour palette. And like I said, I really, really like Sigma, but their face products are always a hit or miss for me. So that Corte Rosa blush palette, I love. This I'm going to declutter. I don't reach for it. It doesn't really work for me. The highlighters don't work for me at all. And the only bronzer that works for me is this one. Like, I don't mix bronzers. I don't contour. I'm not like a makeup artist or anything. So I mean, I guess I contour, but I don't contour like well, where I would be mixing shades, and I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I never use this palette. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's really pretty. It's nice. I've barely used it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on Mercari. So there you go, guys. I kept. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, guys. So here's what we decluttered. We decluttered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 palettes. And here's what I kept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I decluttered half. And there you have it, guys. Another declutter done. I was gonna say I will probably not be purchasing any more face palettes, but yeah, you never know with me because there's a Sydney Grace, and I can think of another one off the top of my head that I could be interested in. So who knows? But for now, we have done a declutter. I have halved my face palette collection, so that's great. If you liked the video, I certainly hope you will give me a thumbs up. I certainly hope you liked the video and consider subscribing to my channel. We talk about All in the Attic. If there's ever anything you want me to talk about, you can let me know in the comments or follow me over at Kimmie Teresa. If I can talk about it, I absolutely will. Kimmie Teresa on Instagram. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Next week's topic. Next week, I'm going to be doing a video called 21 Days of Beauty 1 month later. We're going to talk about, what I got, if I stuck to my plan. I'd love to know what you guys got. I'll also show you my small Sephora haul. It was small, and yet I still spent twice what I wanted to. And, we're going to discuss something, so I certainly hope you will join me for that. And until then, guys, as always, please take very good care of yourselves so you can take care of someone else. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye!